Hello there, I'm Vine and this is my personal opinion about 4.0 Stellaris update and consequences of it for my channel. Disclaimer first, this video is not a Stellaris news or full Stellaris feature review, but my selective opinion about few incoming things from the next update. I decided to do this because just so happens that I'm a developer myself and I think this time the community would benefit from hearing an opinion of someone who deals with the software development. But to clarify, I'm not a game dev, unless you count the one mobile game that I did for you last year. My specialization is in applications, mainly used as tools. This means I know working methods that are less popular in game development. So, 4.0 update. Paradox decided to change the base Stellaris mechanics again. From what I've seen, players are confused and question how on earth a game released almost 10 years ago can have updates like that. Well, that's a symptom of agile development, an approach to software development that focuses on interaction with the market, customer collaboration, and fast response to changes. In the last decade, a very popular outside game development, where you have to design modifiable systems and applications to comply with the ever-changing laws and to fulfill growing consumer needs. If I'm not mistaken, Stellaris devs use the agile game approach to create a perfect service game development process that makes Stellaris ever-changing and keeps us engaged with every update. Since the game is not actually content but system-based, this works quite well and will probably happen more and more in the future, despite the complaints from modders and competitive players. The big change in this update will be pops. People even compare it to the tile set change, but this is an overreaction. From what I read, the pop group system that they aiming to implement is just the pop system but linear by few values. If you don't know what I mean, let me show you. If we portray the pops as entries in the table, then by removing one column in it, in this case it will be jobs, we suddenly have a lot of identical entries that we can merge and thus reduce the size of the table. Still, I don't work for Paradox, this is just my developer experience assuming what they are trying to do from the system design side. So I could be wrong, and I also don't know if they aim to remove only the jobs from the pop system or have even bigger plans. For this, we have to just wait and see. As for the rest of the features, in my opinion they are on the level of typical patches that we see in every update, so I'm not gonna go over all of them. Here on YouTube we have Montu for this. But two honorable mentions deserve my opinion. First is the timeline feature. Technically not something that I should care for, as for me and my builds, the cosmetic changes are irrelevant. But this one has the potential to be a nice tool for build evaluation if done correctly. Also, it makes me hopeful that we will get a proper empire charts in the future to see our detailed game progress. Yes, I wanna see more Excel in an Excel sim. Second is that trade finally becomes a resource, meaning that I can finally min-max it even harder and the current fan favorite virtual waifu megacorp build will be even more oppressive. And since we are on the topic of one of my builds, time for update consequences for my channel. A lot of my builds will become deprecated. There is no help for that, as the game changes, all builds that I upload become less and less relevant. After 3 years of doing this stuff, I'm going to Todd Howard all of it. But don't worry, not all at once and not exactly the same like he did Skyrim. This will be proper updates with relevant changes, as I hate to repeat myself. Also, this time I'll focus more on origins and civics rather than game outcomes. I know, it's like saying puree instead of mashed potatoes, and that's the point. as I noticed that when I use civic names in titles of my videos, they have more views and appear in more searches, because you tend to search builds by origin, civic and ascension names. It's kinda embarrassing that I noticed this fact after 3 years. I feel dumb. Anyway, for the future that's it. As for now, I'm still gonna make videos as I did before and release them when I feel like it, intertwining Stellaris builds with Pathfinder and overthinking series from time to time. Also, requests for all videos are always open. Even if I complain about them, I'm not being serious. Every idea that ends up with a vid on the channel was valid. But rewinding to the point of this whole video. Did my insight enlighten you even a little? Contributed anything new into the conversation? Let me know in the comments and see you later!